What's going on, Gemini? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to your collective Gemini reading. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Shani. This is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. I upload collective messages for the zodiac signs throughout the week, and on Fridays I come and we do elemental messages. So if that is something that you are interested in keeping up with, or if you're interested in just supporting the channel, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel, okay? With that being said, today we are going to get into a three-part message. What is it that you need to know or be aware of? What is it that you need to work on? And the potential outcome of the overall energies presented to us. So yeah, let's get into it. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know our hearts and you know our situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive this message with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you give me the words to articulate this message as best as possible, as well as clear anything that needs to be cleared from their clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Ashe. Amen. All right. These are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate with you. However, if you at any time need support with your personal energy or something that you're going through on a personal level, do not hesitate to click the link in the description area so that you can get more assistance by booking your personal session or service, okay? Spirit, what is the message that you have for Geminis? You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you give us the messages, what they need to know? What is it that Gemini needs to know at this time, Spirit? Thank you. Whoa, okay. Straight to the point. Straight to the point. Underneath it all, Gemini, you do have the Prince of Cups. So this is like some type of emotional roller coaster type of energy. Like, you know, you're experiencing something. It's triggering you emotionally. You may not like it. That's completely understandable. Like, your emotions, your feelings, and things of that nature are always valid. But they're pulling you into a place of learning more about yourself. There is some worry that shows up, right, as well. But by you worrying and you not really putting yourself in a position to receive, it's kind of keeping you from being able to learn the lessons that are being presented to you at this time. Okay, you also got the Five of Wands that shows up. The Five of Wands is like some internal conflict. Like, some internal conflict to the point where it's like, damn it, did I do something wrong? It's, you know, conflicting. Your mind may be telling you one thing, your heart may be telling you something else. Now you stuck in between the two, you don't really know what to do, right? So that's just underneath it all. When it comes to the energy that we have on the table, there is the Ace of Discs. There is the Seven of Discs. Oh, and that Ace of Discs was in reverse. Let me go back. So the Ace of Discs in reverse. The Seven of Discs. The Three of Swords. And the Four of Wands. So, like I said, straight to the point, right? They really just got straight to the point. You know that you want to have a different experience. You know that you want this new beginning, right? You know this. But at the same time, you're not in a position to where you're willing to let go of something or maybe even someone, okay? How you think about this situation is what pretty much hurts your feelings. You're seemingly it feels like you're attached emotionally to something instead of what it actually is presenting or giving to you in this very moment. And they really just it's time to call it, I don't want to say call it quits, but it's time to pretty much allow that part, that situation, that phase, that time of life to be complete. It's done what it's needed to do. It has served its purpose. Let it go. Everything that starts at some point comes to an ending, right? Be willing to accept the endings for what they are, appreciate them because they've allowed you the experience, they've allowed you the opportunity to have this experience. And it's not, don't be afraid of letting go. Anytime you let go of something or someone, you get it back tenfold, right? And a lot of times people will come and try to be like, oh, well, I lost this person, like this person passed away or this person transitioned, so on and so forth. Like, I can't get them back. Again, it's the way that you perceive whatever the experience is, the way that you think about it. Because even when it comes to transitions from the physical to the spiritual realm, the people who transition, love, they can do so much more for you on the spiritual side than they ever could have been able to do for you on earth. Do you understand what I'm explaining? So you have this emotional attachment to the expectation of what something was supposed to be or how you wanted it to be. But you got to at some point accept it for what it is. Old things end for new things to begin. And because you're not allowing those old things to end, you are also keeping yourself from experiencing the new beginning that you actually are reaching for. Okay? So when it comes to what you need to be aware of, Gemini, be aware of, it feels like, the reality of situations. Be aware of when cycles are complete. Allow yourself to accept it, like, oh, this cycle must be over, right? And it can even show up like with you being tired, you being emotionally drained, you being physically drained, you being mentally drained, like you being tired, right? And there's two, how can I say this? When there's two kind of aspects, right? I want to say there's two aspects of being tired. There's one sense of tired where you need to rest and you need to relax. And then there's another aspect or sense of tired where you need peace, right? Where you're requiring peace in that moment. So be willing to make sure that you're allowing yourself, both the rest and the peace that you deserve. Excuse me. Spirit, what is it that Gemini needs to work on at this time? Spirit, can we have the cards that indicate what Gemini needs to work on at this time? Thank you. Spirit, what is it that Gemini needs to work on at this time? Thank you. So, look. The Queen of Discs, you see how she's like looking behind her? She's in a certain place, right? And it's male or female, no gender specific. But this individual is sitting in a certain place, but paying attention to what's happening behind them and not being able to focus on what's actually happening or coming to in front of them. Underneath that, look, okay, so you have the Queen of Discs initially, and then the Aeon, which is all about making decisions, is right behind that. And then you have the Fool card that shows up behind that. So do you really want this new beginning, or are you going to continue to pretty much like focus on whatever has happened in the past? Holding on to the past, right? Understand and appreciate where you are in this very moment, Gemini. Like that, you know how they say the present is a gift, right? Whatever you experienced in the past, it gave you something. It put something in you, whether it's the willpower, the courage, the confidence to continue on, to be like, you're still here, you're still standing, you're still breathing, you're still sitting, whatever it is you're doing, but you're still here because you're on this video. And you still have ample opportunity to create what you would consider the best experience for yourself. You just have to allow that to happen. When it comes to what you need to work on, you have the Ten of Discs. You have the Prince of Swords in reverse. And then you also have the Priestess. Okay? There is so much in store for you. It's like it's there. So you just have to work on putting in, like, you, how can I describe this? This energy feels dope. It feels very liberating. It feels very like relieving. Your foundation, your stability, your purpose, your wealth in all areas and aspects of your life. Wealth is not only like monetary. That's what you need to be working on at this time. How to build you, how to really build you so that you can be as successful as you want to be. Those thoughts that be popping up, those self-sabotaging, or the thoughts that make you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I can't do it, or this ain't that, or whatever it is, gain control of that and just raise your vibration, love. Like, really raise your vibration. Affirmations are definitely a way for you to raise your vibration. Like, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am successful, I am learning, I am growing, I know, I trust, I see, like, you just have to start putting this in, like, start shifting the energy that's around you in order for you to, again, start like building up your wealth in all areas and aspects of your life. And it was 11:11 on my clock when I said that. Listen here. Listen here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit, what is the energy of the potential outcome for Gemini? What is the energy of the potential outcome for Gemini? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, listen. Underneath it all, you have the universe. So this is cycles ending and you being able to see things from a more high vibrational standpoint, a more high vibrational perspective, being more optimistic about things, okay? You do need to gain some clarity though. Like, what is it that you actually want, right? What is it that you want? Like, see it, feel it, believe it, smell it, taste it, touch it. Like, whatever it is, you have to start like rewiring your brain, because it's necessary for you at this time. Again, the way that you perceive things is what you're going to receive, with that Three of Swords being at the top, and it was what it is that you need to know or be aware of. It all starts in your mind. I want you to know that. It all starts in your mind. But for the potential outcome, you have the Death card in reverse. You have the Three of Cups. You have the Three of Discs in reverse. And then you have the Nine of Cups also in reverse. Okay? Listen. There's no other way for me to say it, but if you continuously resist the transformation that needs to take place at this time, that's a you keeping yourself from recognizing the abundance that surrounds you, okay? That's you keeping yourself from recognizing or being able to see or align yourself with the abundance that's around you. So work on with the Three of Discs in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's like, do you, and this is going to sound crazy, because it's like, do you even really want to be happy? Like, have you taken the time to actually sit back and visualize what happiness looks like to and or for you? And it has nothing to do with the things that are around you, right? Because these things that are around you, keep in mind, everything that has a beginning has some type of ending to it, right? So this is a happiness that's built up from within, like you being able to be happy, you being able to be safe, secure, stable, peaceful, experiencing joy, and all of those good things that you deserve and desire to experience. That's work. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work, and don't be like dreading, like, oh my God, like I gotta do, yeah, like shit. Do you want to be happy or not? Right? Do you want to experience genuine happiness, or is this just like, I don't know. Yeah, I know you do. Like, I know deep down, I know you do. But what are you willing to do in order to get it? Right? This is, you want to put yourself in alignment with what you like. When you start to visualize what happiness looks like for you, then you can put yourself in a position to get clear on what needs to be done in order for you to start moving closer and closer to the space that you can visualize yourself operating in. And if you have yet to visualize yourself operating in it, I'm gonna need you to do so. Okay? Where I'm going right now, this is the Money and the Law of Attraction deck. It helps when it talks about money and law of attraction. And even if it comes out and you get a card about money, you can still utilize whatever information is given to you to learn how to transmute your energy, to learn how to get into alignment with, you know, the energies that you desire to align yourself with. Let's just get into it. All thanks and praise to the Most High. What is the card that you have for Gemini in this deck? Thank you. Thank you. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. Somebody else had this one too. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. Excuse me. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you are continually regurgitating the story of what is. Okay? By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. That's so, it'd be crazy, but it's not crazy. I love how this always happens. And this is why I probably do need to just start going into 2 decks instead of just one, so that the confirmation of the second deck can just lay it out smooth for whatever the first deck had to offer. But again, my what is need not influence my what is becoming. So where you are now does not define where you are destined, like where you have the ability or the opportunity to grow into. I'm just the messenger. However, I definitely hope that this reading brought you some type of clarification or confirmation. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please make sure you do so. Make sure you tap in on Friday for your elemental messages and enjoy yourself. Have the best day or the best rest of your day. Peace.